I've seen a lot of my colleagues who keep this at the back of their mind. They don't even believe that whether they have lost 1 kg or they have gained some kilos. Even though they look better. So I will tell you some short-term tips to monitor your daily progress of fitness. I request all of you to stand up on your chairs. On your place. So take your right hand and put it on your waistline. So now if you can put the thumb inside the waistline and you can see there is some space and you can pull your pant line further, then that means you are doing pretty well and you don't need a scale to tell you that. But if the pant line is not moving, but then you need to work out. Definitely. So this is a very easy method which will help you to monitor the progress of your fitness.
One point can sit.
It's not, yeah, you can sit.
So everyone just sits waistline on.
The second easy method which we do pretty often in our day-to-day life is when we start our mornings. Just look at the mirror and see if your body is making some positive changes over time. If you are making some positive changes, definitely you are doing well in your fitness program, and you do not see an abstract number again and again to make you fall off the wagon of your fitness program. I have seen so many of my colleagues who take the abstract number every morning at their head. Even they look like 120 kilos, but they are actually 130 kilos. You don't need to ruin your day by an abstract number and telling everyone that I look like I'm 130 kilos, when you look like far better, when you look like 100 kilos. And there is nobody who is going to help you in that. If you look better because you have more muscles, that means you are doing pretty well, you are making more muscles, which is a sign of fitness. That is number one. So I want you to adopt some long-term strategies also, which is quite similar to that. But these are long-term strategies. Number one, whatever pair of pants you have, you are wearing now, keep them for another 6 weeks. Don't try them again. And after 6 weeks, try them again and see if they are tighter or looser. If they are tighter, that means you are doing pretty well and you need not to worry about your weight. But if they are looser, that means, it's vice versa. If they are looser, then you are doing pretty well. If they are tighter, so you need to work out more. Yeah. And the second tip which I am going to give you is tell your family friend or a family member to come to cover your place and tell him to take 4 photographs. Front, back, left side and right side. Keep these photographs in your drawer and tell your family friend again after 6 weeks to come over and repeat the same photographs. Again, front, back, left and right. Now you compare these photographs with the earlier ones and you can see yourself if there are some aesthetic improvements in the fitness, in the size and shape of your body. If you are losing fat, then certainly you need not to worry about that and you need not to ruin your happiness and day, always keeping an abstract number on your head. So I can guarantee you, if you continue going to gym 6 weeks regularly, you will definitely lose fat and gain more muscles, which is a sign of fitness. I have been myself doing the same mistake as I said earlier. So I don't want any of you to repeat this mistake, and I want you, all of you, to step off the scale and be happy with your fitness program. Over to you.
So it's a call for action, everybody. For action, like we need to change our strategy, right? So I am also doing the same mistake what he used to do. So I need to change my strategy. So now our second speaker is Toastmaster Puran. And when I talk about Toastmaster Puran, I'm so happy to listen when he come forward for with a speech, because always there is something to take home. And today he is coming back after the completion of CC track. Now he is a competent communicator, and he is a business development manager in certain security company. And more than that, he is an entrepreneur by having an own restaurant. How many of you are aware of it? See, he is having one business. He is having a restaurant. So he might give us free food. Maybe for our next contest. Now, the evaluator for Toastmaster Puran today is Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar. Can you explain the objectives of his speech today? Please.
Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
And especially Toastmaster Puran. I'm very glad to evaluate your first advanced studies speech, that is keynote address. The objectives of this speech are: identify the basic difference between your keynote speeches and other kind of speeches, learn how to evaluate audience feeling and establish emotional support, rapport, learn and use the professional techniques necessary for successful keynote presentation, and develop a speech style delivery that is effectively inspires and moves the audience to adopt your views and a collective affirmation of its own. Time 15 to 20 minutes, longer if blood problems.
So, before we commence, how many of you agree to prolong this session? 15 to 20 is allowed time as per the matter. Now there is a request in the manual. If club allows, you can take half an hour. Can we? Okay, and now timer, you have the timing, right?
Yeah.
15 to 20 minutes.
So that means only green and red will be on.
No.
15 was already
15, 17.5 and 20. Okay, this is how it is. So he's on his first advanced project. So let's put our hands together to welcome all the best.
Toastmasters of the evening, fellow Toastmasters, guests, good evening.
Good evening.
Spirit of the Union. We just celebrated the 46th National Day of the UAE. I was driving back from Yas Island. I was at the Yas Marina Circuit watching the fireworks commemorating the 46th National Day of the UAE. While coming back to Khalifa City, I have to drive the opposite way and come across 3 or 4 signals before I come to the U-turn. In between, near the traffic signals, there are gaps, tempting gaps where you can take a U-turn. But it's not allowed. It's against the traffic rules. And there's a signboard saying no U-turn. When I reached the first signal, I saw one car take a U-turn. My wife said, "Why don't you follow him?" I said, "No, it's against the rules. Can't you see the board?" So she said, "Good man, always being honest." Now we suffer. See the good ones, the smart ones are going. And we came to the second signal. There's another gap. Then she again says, "There's a vehicle in front." So she says, "Now what's this vehicle? I'm sure it's going to take a U-turn. What do I need to follow him?" So not wanting to hear her taunting anymore, I just watched the front vehicle and it did take a U-turn. So I followed it. But no sooner had I taken the turn, I heard the dreaded hooting sound behind me. I looked at the rear view mirror. I saw the flashing lights of the police vehicle. It went past me, past the other vehicle in front, and asked both of us to pull up. One of the officers came to me, asked for my license and for my registration card. And he said, "Come over to the vehicle." So I walked over to the vehicle. The person in the front was already there, and he was asking to give him a chance. So I joined him and I said, "Yes, please give us a chance. This is the first time we're doing it. We're with the family here." But the officers were reluctant to let us go. But something gave me an idea. And I said, sir, today is a national day. It's a day of celebration. All country, the whole UAE is enjoying. You must let us go. Something hit a raw nerve. He looked at his colleague, said something in Arabic, and then he looked at us and said, go.
Wow.
The National Day saved us. The National Day, which is the pride of the UAE, the Day of Unity, how they celebrate. 46 years ago, the founding fathers of this nation had the vision, the perseverance to unite all the Emirates and make this a strong and vigorous country. But to know the significance of the celebration, you must also know the history of this country and how fast it has progressed. It has literally grown from the 18th century to the 21st century. Do you know, only 46 years ago, the UAE was not even in the world map. It did not even have a proper name. It was called the Coast of Oman for some time, and then it was called the Crucial States. Even after becoming the UAE, people had a difficult time trying to tell people that it existed. Abu Dhabi in the early 60s was a small village. It didn't have electricity, it didn't have drinking water. During the summer, people could not bear the heat. They would move to Alain or Liva. But there were no roads in the early 50s. They would have to go on camel ride back. It took 6 days. It was a treacherous journey. There would be bandits, robbers on the way. Some of them would fall sick. Some of them would even die. Even in the early 60s, there was no road to Dubai. There was only hard surface near Abu Dhabi area, near Dubai area. In between was all sand tracks. And there was always the fear of getting stuck in the sand. But the way the country developed within this short period is amazing. And we have to look at the achievements. To look at the achievements, you have to look at the national treasures. Emirates Airlines, it was formed in March 1985 with 2 aircrafts leased from PIA. Today it is one of the biggest airlines with a big fleet of the most modern jets. The airport of Dubai was started in 1960. Today it is one of the biggest airports in the world and the busiest airport in the world. In Abu Dhabi, Sheikh Zayed Mosque is the 3rd largest mosque in the world. Burj Khalifa in Dubai is the tallest building and has retained and is still the tallest in the world till today. We just heard about a new museum opened in Saadiyat Island called Louvre, where you get to see the historic, the priceless works of art. You don't have to go to France or Italy or very European country to see it. You can see it here. Dubai Mall is the biggest mall in the world. You have today the best education institutes here. In the 60s there was no school. The progress the country has made is phenomenal. But as a mark of respect, I would also like to talk about the tradition and culture of the UAE, which is important for us to know. I will talk about a small incident where I learned the hard way about the culture. I was visiting one of the government offices. I was meeting one Emirati gentleman there. I was with a colleague who was from Tunisia. He was an Arabic person too. When we went to meet the gentleman, he offered us coffee. And as per the tradition, if they offer you coffee, it means you're welcome. If they don't offer you coffee, it means you're not welcome. So when he offered coffee, we were happy, but the story didn't end there. The office boy gave us coffee to both of us. I had a sip. Normally I don't like the coffee because it's a bit too strong for me. So I finished one cup and gave it back to the office boy. It fit another one. So I thought that as per the custom we have to take 2 cups because in our custom also In some places, we have to have a second helping as a respect to the host. So I took the second cup. My friend also took the second cup. And I said, I've had enough. But the Emirati host said, no, you haven't had enough. I said, no, I've had enough. I'm saying I've had enough. He said, no, you haven't had enough. He told my friend the same thing. So we said, why we haven't had enough? He said, no, you have not told us in the Arabic way, in the Emirati way that you've had enough. So don't you know how to say it? I said, no, I don't. He said, how long have you been in the UAE? It's the last 6-7 years. It's a shame. You don't know our culture. You must know our culture. Now learn the hard way. Keep pouring. Till they find out. So he kept on pouring, he kept on drinking. I think about 8-9 cups. So he was really having a difficult time. So we requested him, okay, I think you've learned a lesson. He said, okay, I think you had learned a lesson. Now, see, when you had enough, you should shake the cup. So from then on, I realized shaking the cup means you had enough. But where did this tradition come from? This tradition came from after I learned that it's through the life they led before. During the summer, they used to travel to Alain, to Liva for better weather and for fresh drinking water. And during the journey, they would often come across camps of Bedouin tribes. So if the host offered them coffee, it meant that they were welcome. And it didn't end there. It also meant that it was the responsibility of the host for their safety and security till the time they were within the sight of the camp. If they were offered a meal, it meant that they were the responsibility of the host for the safety and security for one day's journey. And if they were invited to spend a night, overnight, it meant that it became the responsibility of the host for the safety and security for 3 days of the journey. So this tradition has lived on till today. So if any of you are offered a coffee or a tea or any drink in an Emirati's office, please do shake their hand. So that is one. Another thing which we also should be aware of the culture is, how many of us know what do you call this headdress? What do you call this round thing in this cloth? Sorry? Butra is the cloth, right? And this thing? Agar, okay. See, we know about our own country's dress. We know salwar, kurta, pajama, but we don't know the dress of this country. So I think one day if some Emirati asks you, you might say it's a shame you don't know our culture. So I think it's good to know about the culture. The other thing I would like to talk about is the benefit we all expatriates have taken from this country. So many of us have been able to live a good life to our families, a good education to our children because of the prosperity we share of this country. I think I'm sure there are more expatriates than the local citizens who are benefiting from the prosperity of this country. The money we send home, the remittance, not only benefits our families, it also helps the economy of our country. This country is the safest in the world. Back home, when my children go to school, I'm worried till the time they come back because of the kidnappings and the killings that go around. But here, women and children can walk safely in the night. There are beautiful parks where you can take your family, children on holidays, weekends, without any fear of being harassed or robbed. It's a shame, but when I go back to my home, my country, when I come out from the airport, the first thing I notice is the pollution and the traffic. I think you all must have read about the pollution in Delhi recently, where even the test players were vomiting on the field. But you don't get that quality of life there, you get it here. Basic amenities we take for granted, like electricity, drinking water. Back home, I see people lining up for drinking water. When I'm watching my favorite TV, suddenly the light goes off. And I say, what's happening? They say there's a power cut, 2 hours, 3 hours, because there's not enough electricity in the country. But we don't have to think about it here. So, when we get such a good life here, and when we are celebrating the national day, I think it all comes spontaneously to us as well. Because I think when we rejoice and celebrate the national day, not because of only it's a holiday, but also because we are celebrating our success along with the success of the nation. I think the spirit of the nation will live on overwhelmingly. Over to you.
Friends, speaking on a subject for continuously on 15 to 20 minutes is not an easy task. And he did not acquire this ability in one fine morning. And that is how he has finished his thesis projects. Hats off to you, Toastmaster. Now, we have another wonderful speaker coming up. How many of you are aware who is our coordinator of Mussafah Gavel Club today? Toastmaster Arun. He is with us for more than 5 years and he works as a senior IT consultant with Al Jaber group of companies. And he is on his advanced speech again and he is getting evaluated by Toastmaster Rajesh Paligare. Toastmaster Rajesh, our president, can you explain the objectives of the speech today?
Good evening to Toastmaster once again.
Good evening.
Toastmaster Arun is going to give a second project, that is Let's Get Personal. It's not about any fighting, it is going to tell a story. The objective is to learn the elements of a good story, to create and tell an original story based on a personal experience. All the best to you.
Now, what is the timing allowed?
Good evening once again.
Good evening.
The time allowed for advance speech is 6 to 8 minutes.
So 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, with grace period of 30 seconds.
Okay. Now we will have a change in our strategy. What's the time now? 9:25. Okay, I'm using the strategy again. Now, shall we continue with the table topic or skip? It's all of you. Majority says skip. I'm with you all. If that is strategy, that's a strategy. So we will skip. Toastmasters now he wanted to do it for the first time in his journey, but you will do it in our next meeting as well. So let's welcome Toastmaster Arun Malayalee with this excellent speech. And let's see how he is getting into personal this time. Toastmaster Arun, stage is yours.
November 2017, morning, sister. Abu Dhabi International Airport, departure date 1. I was standing tall and proud in a small crowd, surrounded by few students, the principal of Sunrise School in Mussafah, and few teachers. On that day, I understood our body can adjust our emotional equilibrium. Tears rolled out from my eyes that I couldn't control. Sometimes we will be proud of parenting. When our children grow beyond our expectations, raise above and make us proud. Dear friends, it was on that day my son Adi, I call him as Adi, he flew to the capital of India, New Delhi, to attend an Asia Pacific Youth Leadership Program. He was the representative from UAE. That program to include a convergence of about 30 youth from all across Asia Pacific region. While the right I started pouring the tears of joy, that said, tears of joy come from the right eye. I had a little bit of worry in the left eye because, as Toastmaster Current told, Delhi was highly polluted and we were in high alert. As a caution, I purchased a food packet of mask and pushed into his bag and told him, Adi, as soon as you learn there, keep it in your mouth and close your nose and don't remove it. Okay, I'll do. And he launched, reached the airport, and the first selfie came. I saw him as if he is going for a rescue work, the mask fully covered, and he started his work. The program started. He started getting involved in daily programs, activities, leadership, team building works, so and so, so and so, so and so. One more thing we want to him all the way, Adi, don't forget to tell snaps in between. He said, okay, I know it. He's a good photographer. As and when he get time, he has a camera. He used to keep with him and send selfies and photos. But that frequency got gradually reduced one by one as he got more and more involved in his activities. One evening, we called him, Adi, where are you? I'm in Moti Mahal. If you don't know, Moti Mahal is one of the oldest restaurants in Delhi. And I experienced. That is the restaurant where the traditional butter chicken, it is said that getting created. So he said, we are in Moti Mahal and we are having the very delicious butter chicken and tandoori roti. I remember the delicious taste of butter chicken from there when I had visited earlier. The tomato and the butter mixed, and when the pieces of this roasted tandoori put into that, it is more than enough to lick our fingers. The highlight of the program was a visit from New Delhi to Agra. It's about 222 kilometers away from New Delhi. They planned the visit. On the way, again, we call him, Adi, nowadays we are not getting much photos and updates from you. Don't worry, father. I will be keeping all in my camera. I will send you. They all enjoyed and traveled all the way to Agra. And I remember again the day back in 2002, I visited the beautiful Taj Mahal. It's one of the 7 wonders in the world. Me and my wife, as couples, we can say it as our honeymoon. We gazed at the beautiful dome of Taj Mahal and elegant elevation of the garden in front. And I still keep that beautiful photo which we took with the photo of Taj Mahal in the background. Called Adi, where is the photos of that elegant Taj Mahal? Don't worry, it is all there in my camera. I will bring you. The session completed. Adi is coming back after his 2 weeks program. Dear friends, the story starts now. We were eager to see the photos. Normally he used to take very good photos wherever he go. We were very anxiously waiting. Where are the photos? We downloaded that into our laptop, and this is what we saw. Is this that elegant elevation of the beautiful garden in front of the Taj Mahal? Is that the leadership program what he was trying to learn? Where is the Taj Mahal? Where is the beautiful pictures of Taj Mahal in that? I literally got mad on that day. I can tell you that. And my wife got struggle in the night on that day. Whenever I get mad, that's me. Is that our Asia Pacific leadership program where all the leaders from across, young leaders come and join, meet and do? Is that the thing what they learn? Why did I send him for this? Somehow I managed to sleep. Next day morning, my wife came to me with a minor pat on my back. And did you see what Adi posted in his Facebook post? Look into this. It's not what you expected yesterday. It's talking all about friendship. Difference. This is what I learned from his small incidents in my life. It is not the picture, it is not the views that we want to change. It is not our eye views what we want to change. It is our perspective what we want to change.
The biggest challenge that we face in our life is being honest to ourselves. And I salute your courage to bring that photo of your son that disappointed you to bring it to ourselves. Thank you very much for that. Now can I request our timer to read out the time and the qualification and disqualification of our speakers today?
Good evening once again.
Good evening.
Toastmaster Rajesh Kaur took 7 minutes 21 seconds.
Great.
Toastmaster Puran Roy took 12 minutes 47 seconds. Toastmaster Arun took 10 minutes 13 seconds. Toastmaster Rajesh Kaur has qualified for the voting. Actually, advanced speech is normally not.
Okay, now here I want to make a point. What are we learning in our Toastmasters life?
Time management.
So when we talk about the time management, when we go through all these struggles, spending these 2 hours on every alternative Monday here in Toastmasters meeting, and if we are getting disqualified by not achieving the time and overshooting the time, dear Toastmasters, we are not learning. I'm not taking anything personal here, but to Arun, I will tell you, if you take all your speeches, 99% of your speeches, you have also to your time. Right or wrong? We need to learn. Because I have the freedom to talk to you like that. That's why I'm taking this time. And to Toastmaster Puran Roy, it was your first advanced speech. And I told you, it's not that easy. And he had told me before the meeting, many times he told me, I'm not well prepared, but I will do it again. I told him, unless you do it, you do not know how you're going to do it. And he took the courage to do it. So let us learn from our mistakes. A mistake becomes a mistake only when you repeatedly do it. One time, two time, okay. If you do it third time, it becomes a mistake. Or it's not a mistake. Now, can I invite our evaluators? First evaluator, Toastmaster Malikarjun, our area director, to evaluate Toastmaster Rajesh Kaur. Before that, what is the timing you are given for evaluation?
Good evening once again.
Good evening.
The time allotted for the speech evaluation is 2 to 3 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds. The green light will be on at 2 minutes and the amber light will be on at 2 minutes 30 seconds and the red light will be on at 3 minutes. Evaluators those maintain the speech within the time frame will be qualified for the voting.
So, Toastmaster Malikarjun. So, let us listen from Toastmaster Malikarjun about Rajesh Kaur's speech. Thank you.
Toastmaster of the day, President Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and in particular Toastmaster Rajesh Kaur. It was indeed a very beautiful experience to hear Toastmaster Rajesh Kaur after a long hibernation. I think a speaker like Toastmaster Rajesh Kaur needs to be very regular, and I'm happy that he has adopted the strategy of a bamboo growth, and we can soon see him completing his CC and CL within this academic year, hopefully. I am proud to say that you have successfully completed your project number 3. You have in fact achieved each and every objective of this particular project. The project had a general purpose, it was to persuade the people. The project had a very specific purpose as well, to be physically fit and not get mixed up between the muscular weight and the actual weight or the fat in the body. With respect to the body conclusion and the beginning. The beginning was very good with the use of a prop, that is the weighing machine, which we normally get confused. And you did a very good job in explaining that not the actual weight, but it should be the fat content in your body, which you should be worried about. Now, as you know, there were only 2 things which I felt you could actually improve upon. You did not use the notes, that is a very good thing, but there was some sort of a nervousness towards the end of the speech. Maybe probably because you saw at that time and you felt it was less to complete it. Other thing is, you ended your speech a little abruptly than what I would have thought it would conclude. Now, there was a lot of sincerity in your project speech. Basically, I can make it out that you yourself are going through a different physical regime maybe, and you know a lot about the actual muscular weight and the fat weight. So that was a good muscle man, Toastmaster Rajesh Kaur. Over to you.
That was a great evaluation indeed. Now let's welcome the second evaluator, that is Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar CC, evaluating Toastmaster Puran.
Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Toastmaster Puran Roy. I would say it was very empathetic and very invigorating speech regarding UAE's history, culture, how it affects us, and how we are getting benefited and what we are commonly thinking about UAE and what we should give back to UAE. He have identified clearly that how a keynote address is differing from a normal speech, normal encouraging speech or sort like that. And our feelings were taken every time. First he made a massive introduction by telling about how our normal issues like a traffic fine is averted by his compatriot assurance to the traffic police and how he escaped from that. But even though he escaped from that, using that, he has got the compassion of four-color flag inside his heart. So that from there he starts telling about the history, taking us to each mood. He add humor in every now and then, which keep us glued to what is the key subject. In professional techniques like an introduction like this, and starting from the history, sands to skies, different notes, telling about Emirates, telling about airports. All the way we were traveling from 60s to 2017. The style and delivery actually inspires us to be passionate with UAE's cause. Even though he said about a traffic violation, he already said before that traffic violation should be averted. He is not to that kind, but due to some compulsions, he made the U-turn and he got struck, which he doesn't like. So it inspires us and moved us to view a collective affirmation to UAE's cause. But for improvement, a lack of preparation is seen somewhere, which managed by good behaved vocabulary of Mr. Puranwai. I am very privileged to have this first assessment and like to see more speeches from you, like to hear more speeches from you. Really eager to see that.
Now, can I make a request to switch off that mobile? I don't know who's on of that mobile.
Not yet.
Not it. It belongs to him. Can you please? Yeah. It's a good practice if we can avoid the kind of distractions that we can avoid during the meeting. I could see today a lot of movements. At least when somebody is speaking, please remain or please, you don't have to go out, we have practices many times and we can do it if you want. Or else when somebody stops, we can go out. It's not in between. It's a good manner, it's a respect.
Coming back, it's difficult to.
Going
is okay.
Always there's an option, but if you want to remain defensive, that's up to you. It's a request for me, I have to say. Okay, now the third evaluator, our president, Toastmaster Rajesh Paligiri. Yes, present from Rajesh Paligiri.
Toastmasters, good evening and fellow members. Once again, good evening.
Good evening.
When I was younger, my favorite hobby was reading stories. I think most of you like me listening the stories as well. But I used to like read stories than listening to stories. Because when you read, when I started with Chandamama and then James Hadley Chase, then Sidney Sheldon, then Arthur Haley, then now John Grissom. Because when you read, the plot will be in our mind and we will be engrossed in that one and we will be in that place. So when I was listening to the stories, generally people will state the stories without listening. But today I understood what is the difference between the normal storyteller and Toastmaster storyteller. Toastmaster storyteller is now like you are reading a book. And the best part of it, first you have to establish your base. and with the time and with the date and with your place, then you visualize yourself, you are in that place. That's what Arun made it. So he took us everybody to the airport. And I felt myself, I am in the airport along with that Sherwood kids and this thing. And I can imagine these people are there and how his tears were rolling from his eyes when his son has got that achievement and all. Then afterwards, he took us to the Delhi. And those who have not visited Delhi, I think our picture of the Delhi, okay, you have to wear the mask. These things, now when anybody is going to Delhi, they will be prepared with the mask and these things. Because then he took us to Agra. Those who have not visited with Delhi and Agra, now you know Agra, there is a Taj Mahal, and how the Taj Mahal is. It is not only friendship, there is a lot more than the friendship in the Agra. These things he established. And actually, the character, why I was telling that reading the book, when you're reading the book, the character will be described so well, so that you will imagine that character will be in front of you. But when somebody is telling the story, it will not be like that. But today, Arun, he made the character such a way. Now Adi, even if I have not seen him, I can imagine how Adi is there. He is a teenager, and how is the parent is taking care of him. How when the teenager is there, parent is more worried, especially if they took a picture with the girl's hand. These things, he has, actually when he has got worried, and I also find why he is worried with that picture. And again, when you are doing a personal story, normal story, okay, you know the climax, you can create the climax. In the personal story, creating a climax is another difficult task. You are telling a personal story and you have to create a climax. That, okay, he has overrun the time, but the climax creating is very important in that one, and he had created the climax so well. So finally we understood what is that picture about. That was really, I appreciated that. It is like reading a book for me now. Now for the improvement, I think you could have practiced little more. You are a bit overconfident now because of that speaker. Generally we practice before coming to the class. So now you don't require a mentor to practice. I think you practice yourself. All the best for your next.
That was an excellent way of giving the evaluation. Now the timer, can I ask you the timing consumed by each evaluators?
Yeah, good evening once again.
All qualified?
Toastmaster Mallikarjun took 2 minutes 44 seconds. Toastmaster Dinesh took 3 minutes 4 seconds. Toastmaster Rajesh Pallikar took 3 minutes 34 seconds. So only Toastmaster Mallikarjun and Dinesh is qualified for the voting.
Thank you very much, timer. I don't want to repeat about the time management because our president is setting in run today. Now, let us pick the voting paper, voting list. Because the winning speaker is default. Okay, now let's choose who is the best evaluator out of 2. Okay, now, those who have finished, can you take out your agenda paper and turn the other way around? Look at the other page, back side of your agenda. With the permission of Toastmaster Rajesh, our president, let me declare our club has become distinguished club today. Let's make a big round of applause. Because Mallikarjun is bringing the 5th point to our club today. You may wonder. Okay, I don't want to go by the slides, I will take time now because you have this agenda with these statements. To become a distinguished club, we need 5 out of 10 points. To become a select distinguished club, we need 7 out of 10 points. And to become a present distinguished club, we need 9 out of 10 goals. We don't want to stop there, we want 10 out of 10 and we will bring it for sure. That's our promise and we are there. And today we have achieved the 5th point. I'll tell you how. Come down. Education. We took the first point to our club by achieving 2 CCs, that is Toastmaster Puran and Toastmaster Dinesh. Okay? We got 1 point there. Then we achieved bringing 7 new members If you come to bring membership area, bringing 4 members, we got 1 point there. So the second point we achieved. Then, attending minimum of 4 officers in both training sessions, we got another 1 more point. Okay, so the third point achieved. And our promise, we will get the 10th point by reporting to Toastmasters that you have got nothing to do, our club officers will do, and we will get it by default. And so we have our 4 points out of 10. And today, by doing the evaluation of Toastmaster Rajesh, Malayalee has completed the CL role in his track. So, we have completed 5 out of 10, and today we have become Distinguished Club. Is not that a moment to celebrate?
Yes.
So, it's our present to celebrate, to declare the celebration. Now let's go back to our reporting. Can I request our Charles, Toastmaster Charles, the grammarian come headmaster, come up with your report on your roles today? Please put your hands together.
A warm good evening to everybody.
Good evening.
I must say that I am highly impressed today. Firstly, with the use of the word strategy. I am highly impressed with Toastmaster Pio. You have used the word 9 times. Can we give it a I must say the way he used the words confidently, it really made me glad. Also, Toastmaster, our finest president, used the word 1 time. Let's applaud him. Toastmaster Dinesh, 1. Toastmaster John, once. Toastmaster Rahul, once. Now, one of the things I would love to say is for the drama, I want to appreciate those who took the speeches. I really love the word construct, the way you played with the word. I have been here for I think 3 times. I have listened to the way speakers have spoken, but today's presentation was wow. I love the presentation of the words, the grammar used, the grammar construct was really beautiful. To be very frank, it's the first time I'm actually hearing these words without actually having any sense of too much corrections. And so you were beautiful. Let's clap forward to speakers. Finally, just to encourage us, the word strategy is not just to be used just for today. We have been told several things. We are one big family, and for us to achieve all the strategies as a family in Toastmaster Mussafah, we must build our own personal strategies. How can we, as a person, bring Toastmasters Mussafah to the highest level that we are expecting? Build up your strategy, and we believe that at the end of this year, we'll have something beautiful to thank for. Thank you.
Constructive report by Toastmasters. Now let us welcome Toastmaster Deepak Joseph, our really educated, to give us a report on our calendar. Please put your hands together.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
As an accounder, I have noticed the usage of Dutch words throughout the speeches, and I noticed that I'm going in order of the speeches. So Rajesh particularly, he has used the word "a" during his presentation 5 times, and he used the repetitive word "I me" twice during his speech. Toastmaster Pio Anthony, the Toastmaster of the evening, has used "a" twice, and "you know" once. Sulfikar Ali has used "a" twice, and Toastmaster Charles has used "a" thrice and once. Rajesh Kaul has used "a" 4 times and once during his speech. Arun Balakrishnan 3 times and "a" once. Dinesh Kumar has used "a" 6 times and repeated the word "so" twice in the same sentence actually. And Toastmaster Mallikarjun has used "a" twice and repeated the word "the" as filler in sentence twice, and now he was using a couple of times. That's all. Over to you.
Thank you. Now can I request Toastmaster Aji Devasi to come forward with questions as a quiz master, please.
Good evening once again.
Good evening.
Here's my questions. First one. Who has requested Toastmaster John Thomas to do some session on leadership? Second question. What's the intention of first 5 projects in CL manual?
Self-mastery.
Yeah, correct. Self-mastery. What's the mandatory role that has to be completed in project number 4? Project number 4, that's about time management. Correct. For which company Toastmaster Rajesh called work for? Is it? Yeah. Which year Dubai airport has started?
1960.
Correct. What's the name of Emirati round headgear? Agar. Correct. What's the name of restaurant where Toastmasters Arun
What's the favorite dish?
The last question. As per Toastmaster Mallikarjun, what's the adopted growth strategy of Toastmaster Rajesh called for doing project speeches?
Bamboo strategy.
Bamboo strategy.
Bamboo.
Bamboo growth, yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
That was an interesting session. Now, we have a guest today. So can you please come forward and make a comment on how did you felt about the meeting today? You are coming back after a long break. So what's your plan? Good evening.
It was a very excellent meeting. I was attending 2 times before. It was free for education. So, today I am going to join the club. So, it was a good meeting, so that we can develop our communication skill. Little bit nervous and not so good in communication. So I thank you very much. I will request your support. Thank you.
Great. Madam, in my opinion, you are far better than us, other than me at least. You could speak at least couple of minutes before you join the club. We couldn't do even after completing 2 or 3 projects. So you are far better. So okay, let's okay now our treasurer, Toastmaster John. So he has give you a word that he is going to join today. Okay. Now we are coming closer to our 6th point. Okay, we need only 4 more members. Now Toastmaster Charles is there. That we are waiting for our journey. Okay. Now time for award. If our person if he is not busy, can I ask him to come forward? Any guess who is our best evaluator?
Best evaluator of the evening is the Toastmaster, our area director, Toastmaster Mallikarjun.
He is busy. So you have to come forward, sir. Our photographers are ready. So, who is our speaker? Yes. So, the speaker and the evaluator. Great. Thank you very much.